Well, welcome back into another edition of Prime Sports World. On today's episode of the Prime, we're trying something new. Not that we hit a little bit of a lull here while we wait for the NFL draft and the UFL and the NFL stuff to just kind of get started here. Although we did have a big trade in the National Football League, as DJ Moore is now a member of the Buffalo Bills. This is This Week in WWE. This is On Point Wrestling Entertainment. And I'm, of course, your host, David On Point. Right there is the birthday boy, Mr. T.J. Hopkins. Welcome to the show, my friend. Happy Thursday and happy birthday, brother. Well, I'm just going to mute you real quick. You can jump back in, mute yourself. So the way this show is going to work, we are going to recap the goings-on in the world of wrestling entertainment that happened in the past week. From SmackDown, we're not going to do SmackDown this week. We're going to preview SmackDown. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber. We're just going to talk about all the goings-on in the wrestling world from the week that was. If you want to give me some comments and let me know what you think about some stuff that's going on in the world of wrestling. We're not going to cover AEW in here. I just don't have that much interest in it. So that'll be something that we would cover here. Hit On Point Wrestling Entertainment. Presented by Prime Sports World. This is our 0305 edition, 26. Let's talk about it. Let's first talk about the Elimination Chamber. I know TJ had some thoughts on the Elimination Chamber. Let's first talk about the Women's Elimination Chamber match. That was obviously won by Rhea Ripley, as she defeats Tiffany Stratton, Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and Liv Morgan. Good showing here for Kiana James. As she had a pretty good showing here in the Elimination Chamber. Tiffany Stratton and her were the first two women in the match. Asuka came in second in the match. Alexa Bliss was fourth. Rhea Ripley was fifth, and then Raquel Rodriguez was the final competitor in this match, who had a fantastic showing in this, although she did not win. But yeah, she got teamed up to remove her, but she looked briefly very dominant with the power. She caught Ripley with a power band from the outside of the ring to the inside, doing the same to Asuka with a fallaway slam. But yeah, then we started having some Alexa Bliss did a Twisted Bliss off top rope with the four women there. As she was about to hit James with the Sister Abigail, Asuka blind shot her with the mist. This caused Kiana James to get the pin and eliminate Alexa Bliss, as she was the first woman to be eliminated from this Elimination Chamber match. But when it was all said and done, it was just too much Eradicator, too much Rhea Ripley. Tiffany Stratton hit the prettiest moonsault ever to eliminate Raquel Rodriguez, leaving it down to just Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. Although she did hit a crazy Tiana bomb on Kiana James and Asuka, eliminated both of them. Raquel Rodriguez had a fantastic showing in this match, and then Tiffany Stratton missed for the prettiest moonsault. Rhea Ripley got to the top of hit the riptide from there, punching her ticket to WrestleMania and going to face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley, obviously, we talked about this a little bit. If you've watched if you're on the Mid-Card Mania and you watched my predictions show, I read my predictions article because they just dropped the tag team titles. It made a lot of sense for Rhea Ripley to go after singles gold. I imagine Io Sky is going to compete with the United States title against Julia, I think, who has the title at the moment. But Rhea Ripley made all the sense in the world. She's the best women's wrestler on the roster right now, arguably. She makes a lot of sense to win this and go up against the WrestleMania. That's absolutely a main event. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, and I'm sure they will blow the doors off of it with promos coming up over the next few weeks. TJ, you there?
My bad. Had to attend to some stuff.
Oh, all good, man. Well, I give you a birthday shout out at the top of the show, man. Did you miss that?
Yeah, I did. I was away from my computer. Thank you,
Well,
though.
yeah, but happy birthday, man. Celebrate happy birthday. Talk a little bit about WWE here. First, talk about the Elimination Chamber. I went over the match a little bit. Let's talk about Rhea Ripley. Did the right women win this match? Yes or no?
Uh, I want to say no. Like some of the victories in this pay-per-view felt totally predictable.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you read my prediction, the only one I got two of four wrong.
I
So
I mean, like was it entertaining? Yes. Um, was it the best pay-per-view overall? No. The thing I love about the great city of Chicago is fans are brutally honest by default. If they like something, they'll let you know they like it. If they love it, same. If something don't make sense, they'll tell you. If it's boring, they'll tell you. And this pay-per-view had that feel. Like the crowd, like there were moments on Twitter where they were literally asking like, yo, is the crowd dead? Like, yes. The crowd was, yeah, like this one, they let their, I guess, frustrations be heard. Um, the way um Raquel Rodriguez was moving, like she was cleaning house.
bad. She had a very good showing in the women's elimination chamber for somebody who did not win the match. Rhea, I mean Raquel Rodriguez. She's going to be probably a main eventer at some point. I think she's still a little bit green, but yeah.
No,
So
so and but
that elimination that she had, where she got rid of Kiana James and Asuka in one move, was bananas. Like it was just crazy.
and so like stuff like that kind of always upset me. Where like and like because you see it in the Royal Rumble too. Like you see the quote unquote up and coming star. They have a good showing, but inevitably they do like the writing has them lose to show
It
they're
it,
they're
it, it kind of
they're
it kind
not
of
there yet.
It kind of reminds me of like when Shayna Baszler had that dominant chamber
Bro,
match
was she
5 years
the,
ago.
the way she cleaned, like she the way she cleaned house,
Yeah, and then
that
like
right.
literally, and then literally, you thought that she was going to be like an up and coming star, and then she just wasn't. Like
And because like so like, to me that was like, oh, creative is like, hey, we literally have nothing for you. And that's crazy because Raquel and Rhea were part of the same NXT class. They got brought in together, and
not quite, but it's
what,
close.
maybe by what, a year or so separates the
Yeah,
two of
yeah,
them.
yeah. But there, because Rhea Ripley was in the UK scene for a long time before she went to like regular NXT, and then she was in. And then yeah, obviously she got called up to the main roster. It's been basically money ever since. And her and Jade Cargill, we'll talk a little bit about their face off they're going to have on SmackDown here a little bit.
Mhm.
I think the right person won this match. I just think that she is the most interesting of the people that were in it. I just can't see Raquel Rodriguez. I think she's, I think she's eventually going to be facing off with Liv Morgan eventually when the Judgment Day completely falls apart. Asuka didn't need it. Kiana James is still pretty new, and I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill have a wrestling match again for a while after they fought, but feels like all year. I love Rhea Ripley. I think
Not
she's a superstar, and she is the
She
top.
absolutely is. She absolutely is. Me personally, I would have had. I think I would have gave that to Raquel because her trajectory, like when she started out, when she first got to the main roster, her trajectory, like I said, was going that route. She unfortunately suffered an illness that she's still dealing with. If you follow Raquel Rodriguez on Instagram, like she's very, or social media in general, like she's very vocal about what she's going, like what she goes through. Like I can't remember what it is exactly, but
It's not pots, is it?
no, no. Um, but but it caused her it caused her to miss a lot of time, a
So she
significant
has
time.
mast cell activation syndrome, which what I'm not sure what that is, but that's what she
Like
has.
it caused it made her miss significant time to like because I remember when she got brought back and like there was no pop for it whatsoever. Like it was so weird. Like it was like I don't know. Again, I have no problem with Rhea winning. Me personally, I probably because Raquel had such a great showing. It's hard for you to be like, yo, how does she not win?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Uh,
saying?
from there, we're going to swing into a little bit of the Chicago love here as AJ Lee wins her first championship, I think, in 15 years, as she defeats Becky Lynch to win the title. She had, she hit the Black Widow submission for the win. The Chicago crowd goes crazy because they love AJ Lee. Married to CM Punk, all Chicago, all Chicago.
She's
Uh,
adopted in. She's adopted in.
I personally probably would have done. I mean, you're never going to get a bigger pop for AJ Lee than you will in Chicago, but I probably would have waited on this for Courtney and her at Mania because I think they're probably going to put the belt back. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know anymore. I mean, it's all up in the air. But I would have had. I probably would have had Becky Lynch retain here. But I'm not mad about it. I mean, if you're going to if you wanted AJ Lee to be a champion, you wanted to have a moment. There's no better moment than having it in Chicago in front of a crowd that loves you. So
Yeah,
I got no issues with this.
I'm taking this as Becky's probably gonna get some much needed, much earned, much deserved time off. Like we
I
might
don't. I
not
don't.
see
I mean,
Becky.
I don't think so. I mean, I know we didn't see her on Raw, but I I wouldn't be surprised if she's in Mania, like getting this title back in Mania.
No, because like no, like usually like, and I think that people tend to forget that like, hey, sometimes wrestlers are just given a break because hey, 365 days out the year they're on the road for 90% of that every now and again. Like it's not even a quote unquote injury or whatever that has them just written off. Like sometimes they just say, "Hey, go home. You like you
Mm.
earned a break. Like just hey, go sleep in your bed for a few months.
And,
Go."
and and she just had a kid. I mean, a year and a half ago now.
Yeah,
So
Rue
yeah,
is
yeah.
yeah, no, Rue's got to be pushing. Rue's got to be almost three
Three,
now,
yeah. Oh man,
3 or 4.
Tom gets away from me so easily. It's unbelievable. I will say, yeah. I mean, if the Chicago crowd loved AJ Lee, I'm happy she won. Kudos to her. It's not the direction I would have gone. I would have had AJ Lee win this title at Mania. I'll be interested to see what she does from here. From there, the World Heavyweight Championship, another match that really didn't feel like it was really in jeopardy. I never thought that CM Punk was going to drop this title to Finn Balor. But CM Punk's entrance was incredible. And if you live in Chicago and you have not seen it, do yourself a favor and go check it out because it is quite the spectacle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because they got the old announcer from the Chicago Bulls back in the 90s to actually do the announcing, which is crazy. CM Punk wins a hard fought match. Finn Balor looked good in this match. They shook hands afterwards. I don't know. I mean, it makes CM Punk. It looks both of them came out looking good in this match. CM Punk gets a victory. Finn Balor looked good. CM Punk now can go on to have the Roman Reigns feud. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. And Finn Balor could probably go on to feud with Dominic Mysterio without the Intercontinental title being in the mix. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. I got no problems here with CM Punk winning this back up. And I have no problem, and I also have no problems with Finn Balor challenging for this title, even though we knew he was going to lose.
Yeah, I don't either. Again, I hate that this is the path that Finn Balor's career has gone down. Like for you to become the inaugural Universal Champion, and then to have to relinquish that title literally the next day, and to not get a legitimate shot for what feels like years.
I mean, he didn't even
Like,
get another. I don't believe he got another real title shot until he had that match with Roman Reigns.
and even then, that
Well,
was like that was one where it was like you ain't beating Roman.
yeah.
Like you giving us so like and
I will say though, his work in the Judgment Day has been awesome. Like he's been so good in the Judgment Day. Like he's just so entertaining. Like,
I
but he doesn't win matches. Like his credibility has been eroded.
no
A little
like
bit.
I want creative. I want creative to like one. You're good enough to stand on your own without the Judgment Day. Finn Balor never needed the Judgment Day. That was
They needed him. Like the Judgment Day is nothing without Finn Balor.
okay. That's fair. Um, I I want Demon Finn Balor back.
It's coming to Mania. I promise you this. He's going to go full babyface. They're going to have a big blowout on Monday. We'll talk about it here in just a few minutes. But I think that demon gimmick is coming on WrestleMania. I think him and Dom are going to have a match against each other, and
I think I'm not alone in that. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, I think I'm not. I think a lot of not even just Finn Balor fans, but just wrestling fans
I miss
want
his old entrance so much. Like whenever I see him come out with that Judgment Day theme, I'm like, what is this? Like he had one of the coolest. He had one of the best entrances in the company.
It's funny you mention that because like a few weeks ago he comes out with his old theme and like he comes out like it's at least Bullet Club Finn Balor, right?
I love
So
that
like
entrance, man. I just can't get enough
so
of it. Like,
it's at least Bullet Club Finn Balor, and we're like, oh, okay, like that, like you said, like that old theme hit, and he's doing that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like this is what it's like. Thank you, Triple H. Like it's
he
not hard to read the room and give the
and
fans what they
he did
want.
that. He had that same entrance against in this match as well. So I think all of the old Finn Balor stuff is for sure coming back.
Yeah,
Just unfortunately,
I just want Demon Finn back. I would have slapped.
it's
Hey, real talk. I would have had Finn have a couple of solo titles by now. That's just me.
Yeah, I think he's really good. From there, we had the box reveal. Danhausen is officially in the WWE.
This is what I
And
was waiting on. This is
the
all right.
whole thing was ridiculous. They had a box go from Raw to SmackDown for multiple weeks, and then Michael Cole, and then they open it with a crowbar, and a bunch of women dance out, and then Danhausen came
To
out
a goofy ass theme, and so again,
and then he gives Michael Cole the jar with the teeth in it, and then he just like the segment just ends.
so like this is what I mean by the crowd will let you know if they rock with someone or they don't. That crowd, like
They were not feeling Danhausen, but
like
I
bro,
think they did like a bad job of like
I've been a
making people think it
Chicago
was going to be
fan.
Chris Jericho because they keep putting these stupid teases about Chris Jericho, and people were like, "Oh, it's going to be Chris Jericho. It's going to be Chris Jericho." And then when it was anybody else, but when it was anybody but Chris Jericho,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Le Champion is never coming back to WWE.
yes,
Like,
he is, dude. That's happening. It's for sure happening. But as long as somebody even continues to tease it and they just never pay it off, people are going to be pissed when stuff like this happens. People are expecting to see him, and they're like, "Oh, we got Danhausen, who's at best is a comedy gimmick. Like he's a comedy gimmick."
Le Champion is not coming back. But no, like what I'm getting at is this is a debut you do on a regular Monday or Friday night. You don't do this shit for no fucking pay-per-view.
I mean, you had the box. I like it, man. If you did, you see what he did on Monday? It was very funny. Like it was, he had like a list of demands.
That's when you debut. That's when you debut Danhausen. And to a bigger point, on a more serious point, it's not. This is not WWE's fault, right?
Yeah.
If you're a wrestling fan, you're a wrestling fan. You follow all things wrestling. You follow WWE. You follow TNA. Shout out Ricky Sosa. You follow Japan, like New Japan. You follow AEW. You follow it all. Most wrestling fans happen to be just just WWE, like most WWE fans, I'm sorry, just happen to be fans of WWE. They don't watch any other promotion. Wrestling begins and ends all things WWE. So maybe the reason why Danhausen didn't go over is because maybe most of that crowd, maybe most of the fans on
Uh,
social media
I
didn't
don't
know
know
who he
about that.
was. No,
The Chicago crowd's pretty usually pretty locked into stuff, man. And
nah, man, because like, because if they no, because
Danhausen's
if
made the
they were
rounds.
no,
Like,
no, no, if they were that crowd, if they were that crowd would have been, in my opinion, more
I,
receptive.
I
If you
promise
knew who he
you,
was,
I promise you, because it started out with cheers when he was first revealed, and then people realized that this was all we were going to get. That's why it had nothing to do with Danhausen. It had the
no,
people
no, no,
had
no, no, no,
they
no,
had
that's
people to do
oh
it.
yeah,
They
also
had
yeah.
they had
That's the
expectations
bigger
that
thing.
have been set that are unrealistic,
That's the other thing.
and
That's the other thing. It has nothing.
so
It has nothing to do with WWE. It's nothing to
and it has
do
nothing to do with Danhausen. Like
with Danhausen. I am strictly speaking on the level of fan. Like level, like that's literally what I'm getting at because
I would respectively disagree with you. I think Chicago fans are locked in. I think
I
they know. I had nothing to do with Danhausen. It's the fact that
no,
people
no.
set this
It's nothing to do with
expectation
Danhausen. It's
for
not his
Chris
fault.
Jericho, and
It's
he
not
didn't get
WWE.
the like.
It's not WWE's fault. What it's like I'm saying, like if you're a wrestling fan and you have you liked it because you follow all things wrestling. The casual wrestling fan is not following Danhausen, bro. Like
People
they
know
don't know.
people know who he is, dude. I'm telling you, I promise you.
All
From
right.
there into the men's elimination chamber, in my opinion, a pretty shocking result. I've never in a million years thought Randy Orton was going to win this match. I love it, but I did not see it coming. Cody Rhodes, I thought it was a lock to win this match. I thought they were going to do a triple threat match between him, Fatu, and Drew McIntyre at Mania. They swerved us all as Randy Orton wins this match for LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Logan Knight. Good to see the young pups get their first chance at the big time stage. Javon Evans and Trick Williams, both very, very young. Javon Evans, 21, youngest wrestler ever to be in the Elimination Chamber. And Trick Williams has got to be like 25 at the very most. And if you haven't seen Trick Williams' entrance, it is a spectacle. It is he's going to be an absolute star.
Absolutely.
And then, Logan Paul, obviously, a little overshadowed here with the return of Seth Rollins. And Logan Paul, it just kind of feels like they had Bronson Reed penciled in to have a moment, like to have his, like, this is what we're going to do with Bronson Reed in this match. And they never pivoted away when he got hurt because Logan Paul had 3 eliminations in this match, which I don't understand why you would give Logan Paul that kind of rub in this match when you had 2 young guys who could have used it. And then LA Knight, he botched one of his big moves in the early part of the match and just never really got there.
I 100% would have gave one of those Logan Paul eliminations to either Trick Williams or Javon Evans.
Yeah, I doesn't like at some point you realize, like, I know there's like you have a plan, but when things change, you should pivot away. Logan Paul shouldn't have 3 eliminations in one elimination. He shouldn't have more eliminations than anybody else in the match. It's just ridiculous. They made Logan Paul look like he was a superhero, and like he's a very good wrestler. No, let's not get twisted here. He's talented, but the fact that he had 3 eliminations and then Seth Rollins goes and finishes him off. And then obviously we have Drew McIntyre stuff get involved here. And I love that Randy Orton didn't hesitate to hit the RKO. That's what happened last time is he did hesitate and he didn't get that, and now Randy Orton's going to WrestleMania to take on Drew McIntyre and probably will be a fatal 4-way match. Because
my goal in life is, hold on real quick. Randy Orton. Randy Orton is 45. My goal in life is to look as good as Randy Orton does at 45. Man,
my birthday is next week, man. If I can look as good as Randy Orton does when my birthday, I got settled for that shit, man. If I could go back in time to when I was 25 years old and look as good as Randy Orton does now, sign me up, man. Like, what the hell?
So I, again, and another unfortunate thing, Jey Uso catches strays because he qualified for the chamber. Obviously, the plan never was for Jey Uso to even be in the chamber match. Brunson Reed, Brunson Reed literally tears his shoulder.
Bicep,
Like
but it's the same. But yeah,
he tore his arm up. Like, what do you at that point? WWE is like, yo, what do you want us to do on short notice? You don't plan for stuff,
and especially
and
since like everybody in the division is banged up now. Like I don't know, man. I think I personally would have held off on the Seth Rollins stuff, especially since if Braun Breaker can't return for WrestleMania, I don't
mhm.
necessarily need to see Seth Rollins and Logan Paul in a match at WrestleMania. I think we've seen it already once actually. Um,
Like this is looking like one of the, and again, it's not even like quote unquote anyone's fault, but the vision is looking like one of the, like, remember the
yeah,
core?
yeah,
Remember the core? Remember Wade Barrett and the core? Like it was Wade Barrett, Ezekiel Jackson. I forgot who it was. Like two other dudes, and it was just awful. Like it was over before it even started. This thing with the vision is looking like it's looking bad. It's looking awful, and it's literally
man.
all because
Ezekiel Jackson was not a small man. Oh man,
no. Like
wow.
the dude had bowling balls for traps.
And then Heath Slater was in that group because he's got kids, and then Justin Gabriel also
Yeah,
was in that group as
it was,
well.
yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrible idea.
But I mean, the injuries have been unfortunate for this particular group. But when it going back to the Elimination Chamber, I love that Randy Orton win this. I love the swerve. I never saw it coming. Kudos to WWE. People are expecting. People were already complaining that Cody was going to be in another main event, and then WWE just pulled the rabbit out of the hat, and they're like, nah, like we're just
No,
gonna like.
because no, because Randy is one of those dudes where obviously he grew up in the business. What, third generation, grandfather,
Yeah,
father, him.
yeah.
Um, so like he know the ins and outs. I always thought that because I always felt like, yo, like flip the outside parameters, like put Randy Orton in Triple H's shoes, as that whole conspiracy theory, like Triple H is a what time X time champion, so on and so forth.
I think Randy Orton might have more titles than he does because Randy
If
Orton's got 14, I think.
Yeah, Randy's got 14, and Triple H, I'm gonna look it up. Triple H has
12.
Triple H has, no, they're tied. They have 14. Wait, no, he has. No.
Yeah, Triple
They're,
H he's got 14. So
they're tied. They got 14 apiece, and I always felt Randy should have had 15 like well before now.
yeah, it feels like
Um,
they've cooled him off for several years. Like yeah, I can't remember last time he even held it. Was it back all the way back when he was in the member of the Wyatt family when he took that belt off Bray Wyatt? Is that the last time he was a champion?
last last Randy Orton championship, like singles championship,
Yeah.
was they he was a tag team champion with Matt Riddle, and
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yo, he hasn't had a WWE championship since 2020. So it's been,
man, I don't remember who he took the title off of. That's
I don't
bad.
either.
I don't remember who he took that title off of.
I don't either, but like Randy
Oh, here
is
it is.
obviously, like I have no problem with him winning. He did he like you said, like he did what he had to do. Like, hey, he came in, Drew McIntyre came in, muddied shit up, and hey, hey, like his name, the
The
Viper
Viper.
strikes. Like, I'm finna hit this RKO and it's over with. Boom, 1, 2, 3. I have no problem with Randy Orton winning the chamber match. My only question now is, does he have a legitimate shot at getting title number 15?
Yeah,
That's
I think he.
literally all I ask.
Well, we'll talk about that here in just a minute, but I think he's got a legitimate shot. I think it's going to become a fatal four-way probably with Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes all having that in it. I think he's got a legit shot to win the title. But yeah, the right guy won. I'm happy with Randy Orton. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. So obviously Seth Rollins returned. He also got Paul Heyman bad, stomped him. He was bleeding. Paul Heyman was bleeding like crazy.
Yeah, bleeding pretty bad.
And then they put him in the ambulance. And who's driving the ambulance?
LA Knight.
LA Knight, man. And I think this is eventually going to lead into what is going to be a Brock Lesnar LA Knight match at WrestleMania potentially. I have
which kind of defeats the whole Brock Lesnar's issuing an open challenge. It's like the purpose of that is for you to build. First off, you don't need to build Brock Lesnar up at all. Like, he's Brock fucking Lesnar, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm Brock Lesnar, right? I don't need to build up any kind of rivalry or anything like that. So like Randy Orton did an open challenge thing last year, and who answers? Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you do that, bro. Like, that's how you do that. So like you are like, if you're Brock Lesnar, you don't issue an open challenge at WrestleMania.
I'm also surprised we didn't see him on TV yesterday.
Joe Hendry?
No. Brock Lesnar, because I thought he'd have like people answer his challenge and then be like, "You're not worthy of me," up all the way up until Mania. But maybe we're just going to do that sporadically. I thought this entire segment was incredible. With all of all these masked men appear, and then Seth Rollins just shows up and stomps Paul Heyman. He bleeds them all bloody. This was a fantastic segment. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I hope with everything in me that Braun Breaker gets cleared from the sports hernia that he's currently dealing with.
Bro, like, see, that's the thing that kind of always pissed me off about Brock Lesnar leaving. Like, the very first time Brock Lesnar left. That's the thing that irked me so much about him leaving, because we were robbed of so many great matches that we will forever be asking, what if? Can you imagine a WrestleMania between Rated R Edge and Brock Lesnar? Dude, that would have fed families.
Yeah, 100%. But very good opening segment of Monday Night Raw. To the next segment, where we had Gunther beating Dragon Lee.
Wait. Before we go, I got a new prediction.
Okay.
LA Knight is about to become the next Paul Heyman guy.
I don't hate it, but I think that'd be interesting, because Paul Heyman's probably going to need somebody, because whoever he's got right now ain't working out. But I also think it'd be hard because the Vision put LA Knight on the shelf, and he was part of that group.
No, because you said
Paul Heyman's done that. You
said something interesting regarding LA Knight's performance in the Chamber. Like, he botched a move. There's been a few instances where LA Knight was supposed to get a push. Now that we have access to all the stuff behind the scenes, we see that stuff now. We see the botches, and we see the reaction to said botches, and the backstage stuff. And if you're LA Knight, you go to Paul Heyman. It's like, hey, I should have had some titles by now. Get me over the hump.
LA Knight is also 45.
I understand that, but get me over the hump. Like, before this is all said and done, get me over the hump. I gotta hold WWE like champion gold one time. I ain't talking about you United States champion or Intercontinental. I want one of the main belts. Yeah. I want one of them before this is all said and done.
Moving on from there, Gunther ends up beating Dragon Lee with the sleeper as he tears off Lee's mask. It feels like they're building towards doing Rey Mysterio versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I just don't think that's going to be, like, he's retired Goldberg and Cena and AJ Styles within the last calendar year. and then he's going to go up against Rey Mysterio. It doesn't feel like Rey Mysterio is going to retire anytime soon either. I just don't think they've done enough to capitalize on just the moment that they created with Gunther. But that's just me. I don't know. Not a ton else to really talk about when it comes to this match. The ring general was always going to win.
Outside of it actually being
him versus.
It was a solid match. Like it was actually a really good match.
Yeah. Oh no. The match was very good. I just don't know what we're doing with him towards Mania, because it doesn't. I thought maybe he would go up against Brock Lesnar at Mania, but that doesn't seem to be the case now either. I just don't know.
I wouldn't hate that. Like, bro, can you imagine Brock Lesnar standing in that ring and then that symphony music hits and it's just fucking Gunther? Like, and it's like, yo, that's another one of the matches where it's like I don't hate that. I think with Gunther, I think because he accomplished so much so early, and I'm talking like so early, like he's a young dude. Like Gunther's probably my age or a little bit older, and he's also been wrestling for a long time now.
Yeah, I mean,
and
Gunther's 30. It's Gunther's 38, so
yeah. So he's a year older than you, so
yeah.
like 5 years older. Because I just turned 32 today, so so he's 5 years older than me, and it's like I think because like
you ever see pictures of Gunther when he was like,
yes,
like his transformation has been bananas, like unbelievable.
There was an old picture of, I think it was him and oh, why is his name escaping me? Big homie from the Wyatt family.
Luke Harper.
No.
No, Braun Strowman.
There we go. There was when he was still in the Wyatt family, and Gunther was still a part of Imperium. There was a picture of them in the ring together, and they are both like you can tell like they in shape, but they not in shape. They got muscle, but they still got them guts. And then like you fast forward like 3 or 4 years, and they're in the ring again, and it's like night and day, complete trend. Like the muscle's still there. It's in fact more muscle. But the
Braun Strowman transformation was also bananas, so crazy.
But they're also like noticeably more slim, and it's like, yo, like I don't know who their trainers are or what their diets partook of, but that's how you take the business serious, and so on and so forth. Like
Braun Strowman is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love Braun Strowman.
Hey, the new legend killer moniker for Gunther, it works because it works because he has no problem. Like he has merchandise now. He literally just walks out. I made John Cena tap like a little bitch, and like he just repeats it, and it's just it's great. Like the more he says it, the more the crowd gets pissed off, and the more he repeats it, and the louder he repeats it. And if he retires, Rey Mysterio might be a grandfather by the time before he retires.
He might be. I think he already is a grandfather. I think Dominic's already got a kid, or at least his other daughter does. I think he might be already a grandfather. Moving on from there, AJ Lee celebrated her championship match. She said she's going to have an open challenge in the weeks to come. This was fine. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because it was fine. I think that's how she. I think that's how she. She loses that title. She might win. She might win 1 or 2 open challenge matches, and then here comes I don't know. Here comes who needs a title? Who needs I could wholeheartedly see her.
So the whole caveat is the fact that now that Becky Lynch no longer has the Intercontinental title, it opens up for Lila Valkyria to now challenge for this title again. It allows for Bayley to challenge for this title again. It allows for a lot of people to challenge for this title that couldn't before. And so yeah, I mean there are a bunch of people that could answer open challenge for this women's intercontinental title.
Like I
Just
wouldn't mind
the
Bailey.
promo, the
I
promo was
wouldn't
just a
mind
little.
Bailey
Yeah,
getting the title.
me too, but I think I just don't know what all these women are going to be doing in Mania. Like we also have the women's tag team titles that we got to talk about here in just a minute. But this promo and just the idea of doing open challenges, this whole thing was just fine. It wasn't anything that was like world breaking or anything. Speaking of not world breaking, I cannot tell you how over I am of the El Grande Americanos, and I know it's crazy over in AAA, but as an American viewer, doing like the El Grande Americano gimmick, it's just lost on me. I don't enjoy it. I don't appreciate it. I would rather see Ludwig Kaiser and Chad Gable just be themselves. But that's just me. I know that this is crazy over in
Like you said, AAA.
In AAA, and actually, the funny thing, so I'm pretty sure like when we watch it on Raw, El Grande Americano, the Chad Gable version is like a face, and the Ludwig Kaiser version is a heel. And I'm
remember when they had two Sin Caras
in AAA? But they didn't have it at the same exact time. But in AAA, their roles are reversed, where the Chad Gable version is the bad guy, and actually the Ludwig Kaiser version is like over like Rover. He can speak Spanish, like but this whole thing, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it too. Like it's one of those like, hey, how much longer can you milk this cow?
Yeah, and I think it'll eventually come to a head. I think they have a big AAA pay-per-view coming up where they're going to have the two of them in like a fatal four-way, decide who ends up being the number one contender for that title. I think it's the one that Dom currently has, actually. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, he does still have that title.
Yeah. It's the only title he has left, and we're about to find out. And then we had a really cool Obafemi Rusev segment where, they had kind of clashed in the ring. Obafemi definitely got one over on Rusev. This was also fine. Obafemi looks like $1 million when he was doing that strut into the ring.
Yes.
The dude is just built different. Like he's just ready to be it. And I think the push that he's going to get after WrestleMania is going to be astronomical. Like they're going to strap Rocket to him and just push. Like Obafemi is about to be it, man. And he's about to make Rusev kind of his bitch, who's just kind of been treading water basically since he returned to WWE. I kind of expected more out of the Rusev stuff when he came back, but this is fine.
Like the thing I like about Obafemi is like, dude, hey, he has more than the look. You know what I'm saying? Like how many like all the years of us watching wrestling, or how many years have we seen someone who has the look but they ain't got much else?
Yeah,
they're not
the dude can talk on the mic. He can go in the ring. Like it's he's selling merch like crazy. Anytime that we see like the green part of his entrance, the crowd goes crazy for him. This dude's gonna be big time.
Like yeah, and like I think the Rusev angle, like I don't hate that either.
Yeah, they're just gonna have
it's almost like it's
gonna be big men slapping man meat. That's what's gonna be.
Yeah, Biggie. It's almost like it's full circle for Rusev, because remember when he came in, like he was just literally dominating.
Yeah, he was undefeated until he came out on that tank at WrestleMania and lost to John Cena, as one does.
Like he was dominating. Like he made Mark Henry look small. He made Big Show look small. He made Sheamus look small. Like he was making every quote unquote big man wrestler, Rusev quote unquote dominated. And like you said, like it's only a matter of time before we get the Obafemis, the Oba versus Bronson Reed, the Oba versus Braun Breakers. It's Brock only
Lesnar. I thought that was another direction they may go at Mania, is to an Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, but it just seemed like the Brock Lesnar feud is being very busy right now. Like I don't really know who's going to end up filling that void. But yeah, that this segment was fine. Talk about another segment that was just kind of fine. The Jimmy Uso versus Austin Theory ends in disqualification. Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso returned with fake crutches. This match did nothing for anyone. I don't, who cares? I got nothing
Again,
really.
Austin Theory is another one of those dudes. He has the look. He has the look. He just, well, for whatever reason, he just ain't getting everything else.
Well, also they fumbled this return so bad. He comes back. I personally would have had him be like a secret agent of Seth Rollins and had him because he was using the stomp and like all this stuff. And I mean, there's still maybe an opportunity to still do that, but it feels like that's kind of they'd missed the mark on it if they were going to do that. But Austin Theory, I mean, he goes away for a year. It felt like he comes back as the masked man. You know, he has a bunch of buzz around him, but within 2 weeks, he feels like he's just another piece of the furniture around
another
the roster.
lackey.
Yeah, he's a lackey. He doesn't feel special at all, and Logan Paul feels like the special part of that unit right now. I don't know. This the division is they've had a really tough run. Speaking of not having dominating a talent, man, Penta, baby, let's go. Wins his first title as a member of the WWE. He defeats Dominic Mysterio to win the Intercontinental title. He hit that Mexican Destroyer, gets the 1, 2, 3. Just a few minutes before that, though, Dominic Mysterio asked JD McDonough for the ring bell. Finn Balor prevented him from giving him hammer. To do so. Yeah, the ring. Yeah, the hammer. Sorry. Penta evaded the 619. Ends up hitting this Mexican Destroyer, wins the Intercontinental title. I love everything about this. I do not. Also, Danhausen played a big part in this as he cursed Dominic Mysterio right before he went into the ring. So maybe that's going to be his gimmick, and I'm all for it. I love goofy wrestling for life. This was also a very entertaining match before the shenanigans at the very end. Penta can absolutely go in the ring. Dominic Mysterio is a very good wrestler. Putting the Intercontinental title on Penta and kind of moving that title away from this Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio feud because it doesn't really need a title to exist. And you can have Penta do other things at Mania or just around up until this point. I can't wait to see Monday, see what the reaction is for Dominic Mysterio because this Judgment Day collapse has been brewing for months.
I would argue years.
Yeah, well, whatever. So,
or at least a year. It's been brewing for at least a year. I'll give it.
I thought that the fact that they've been able to keep the Judgment Day relevant and interesting when it feels like they're falling apart at the seams constantly has been kudos to WWE because. But I'm over it. I'm ready to see babyface Finn Balor for sure.
Yeah. It's like didn't Liv challenge Stephanie Vaquer on Monday too? Like didn't?
Yeah.
All right.
No, that was last Monday.
That was a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I missed it.
No, it was the week before. And then the final segment of the day of the show was an epic showdown, an epic just promo off between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And I don't know if these two guys legitimately hate each other, but it definitely feels like they may not like each other. The build for this match between these two, which will be the main event on Sunday at WrestleMania, is just building up. It's just like when he said he was going to bury him next to your dad, I was like, whoa. And then to CM Punk, like the whole back, if you got 5 minutes, it was a very long promo, but it was very entertaining. If you got 5 minutes, go give it a watch. This is how you build up a WrestleMania match. You give two guys who are great talkers and can sell the fact that, because maybe these guys are actually best friends and they go out for dinner every day, but it feels like these two guys hate each other. And then they did all the callback to the history and stuff where like Roman Reigns wasn't who CM Punk originally wanted for the Shield. I don't remember the name of the guy that he wanted, but Roman Reigns was like pushed onto him and he never wanted Roman Reigns. And now they got this epic match at WrestleMania. And this is excellent. I can't we still got like a month and a half before the Mania or a couple weeks. So I'm interested to see what they'll do from here.
Again, goes to show you just how far Roman's come, especially specifically on the mic. It used to be torture.
Suffering succotash.
Suffering the succotash. They was so cold for that. Who said that first? Wasn't that Edge?
I don't know, but he was feuding with
It wasn't
John
Cena.
Cena. No,
Was it Cena?
yeah, he was in the ring with Cena, and that's the comeback that he came up with. Man, that feels like 10 years ago. It might have been actually.
It might actually be, bro.
Yeah, it might be 10 years ago because Roman Reigns doesn't feel like the same character anymore. By the way,
Like-
if you're one of those people, Roman Reigns, it took him over 4 minutes to get into the ring once his music hit.
He's the new Undertaker.
Yeah, his entrance was so long. He was still doing his entrance because it went to commercial break. Like as soon as his music hit, his entrance was so long. He was still doing it when the commercial came back.
All right. So to address your one point, do these wrestlers legitimately hate each other? I actually think that's what makes the business that much more legit because it's a perfect example of I don't have to like you, we just have to work together. It's not a secret. CM Punk and Seth Rollins hate each other. It's not a secret. They can't, I don't even think they can be in the same room with each other for more than 5 minutes. Like outside of it being for work.
11 years ago was the Suffering Succotash.
Jesus Christ.
11 years.
Like I just like every now and again I go back and watch that John Cena takedown on him and like because Kurt Angle's just in the ring like oh my god ha ha like it was just a master and I wholeheartedly think creative does that on purpose to be like yeah hey if you want to be the guy this is what it takes. Let me put you in the ring with somebody who's been the guy, like who we've literally built this business, a good portion of this business on his back. And we keep bringing him back because no one's ready to accept that mantle. And Roman finally took that mantle. And like now you have what he is now. Like this promo here, like did it feel like if you're asking yourself, did it feel personal? Then creative did their job.
100%. Yeah, and the wrestlers delivered what they were supposed to deliver on. This is one of the best promos I've seen this year.
Like because like the last time like and the Roman I want to see is the one that like the Roman that took down Jay. Like I think it was a cage match. And he basically he didn't spear him, he didn't Superman punch him.
Oh, is that where he ended the match with the guillotine?
I think either that or he slept him. Like and while he has the hold, Jimmy's outside, and Roman's like, bro, I didn't want to do this. We family. I ain't want to do this. You got your blood cousin in the guillotine in a sleeper hold, and you talking to your other cousin outside. Like yo, that's how. Like if Roman is to win this match, that's how I want it to end. I don't want him to spear CM Punk. I don't want him to Superman punch him 50 million times. I want him to lock CM Punk in a sleeper hold in the middle of that ring, and I want to see CM Punk's arm drop 3 times.
People will hate it if that happens.
I want that. I want it to be domination.
Anytime that Roman. So I have I'm in a wrestling group chat. Anytime that Roman Reigns would win a match with that guillotine, the complaining was unbelievable. Even though if you choke somebody out, they're not going to be able to wrestle anymore. There's no more believable move than that. But this was an excellent promo.
That's also the point, bro. Like I like this. Like And after that promo, like after the stuff CM Punk said to him, it's almost like I gotta end it like this, bro. Like I can't spear him and have a couple near kickouts and then one more spear and then I finally win that way. No. He said some shit to the point where I gotta squash him the way Brock did Cena with the 18 German suplexes or however many
Like
he
he
did.
said, he said he was going to retire him. So we'll see.
Like,
Um,
yeah, I want to see that level of domination from Roman. Like, will it happen? Maybe not. Like, probably not. But I want. That's what I want
uh,
to see.
so here's a quick SmackDown preview. These are the stuff that I know is potentially going to happen. First, we got Carmelo Hayes with his U.S. Open title challenge. If you had to just do your crystal ball, do you have a guess at who's going to answer that challenge? And do you expect him to win?
I expect him to win because he just got it, and
He's had it for a while, actually, but
huh?
he's
But
actually had it for a while.
like, when's the last time he did something with it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
how
he defends it every week, but
did he have a match last week
yeah, he went up
against who?
against. It wasn't Dragunov.
Because that's who he won it from, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's had it like 3 months.
That's in WWE terms, that's just got it.
I mean, I
Like,
guess.
no, bro. Like, to be fair, that's just got it, bro. Like, you've been the champion for 90 days. That's a probationary period. You just got it. Like, that's just got it in WWE and in WWE language. Who answers Carmelo Hayes?
What it was Matt Cardona answered last week. The former Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder? Yeah. Come on, man. Like, I love Zack Ryder, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I
would
think Shinsuke. No,
love.
I think Shinsuke. No, he already beat Shinsuke. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
I would love for this to be. I would love for like a Trick Williams to come out with like that.
and man, those two guys have crazy history too. Like
Like, but I think because of that, I think that would make it. That's what they would make it like. That's why they would make it like a pay-per-view match,
yeah.
as opposed to just like a
I
regular.
think it could be Aleister Black. But
I
I mean,
don't.
but I don't know who wins in that carry. I mean, it's the United States title. I mean, you could make a title change.
See, like the thing how I feel about titles, and I'm finna lump them all in, especially individual titles. I feel like I don't even remember who was the first one to do the open challenge thing.
Oh, it was John Cena,
Was it him?
and then Sami Zayn kept it going after when he won the title, and
But
then
like so like and first I'll shout out to John Cena for that because that allowed a lot of wrestlers to come up and be like, I'm I may not win this, but I can put on a damn good match and I'm championship material. Um, I feel like every individual title should have that. Like, that should be a clause. Like, if you're gonna hold this championship, you have to go out there like, hey, this is every not every week, but every 2 weeks or so. Hey, open challenge
I don't
for
hate it. But
right.
I think Aleister Black is going to respond, but I don't know who wins. I mean, I think Aleister Black, he just kind of got done with that feud with Randy Orton, like right before Randy Orton won the title or won the Elimination Chamber. So I guess I don't really know. I mean, they could pull somebody from NXT. I mean, they could have Trick Williams. Or it could be Javon Evans too, who's
Javon
also on that
Evans.
same brain, who also is on SmackDown, I do believe. Or actually, I think he might be on Raw.
He is. No, Javon. I think Javon's on SmackDown. I think they both. I think.
I think Javon Evans may answer the call. They got 3 hours. I think they'll do this. From there, we got Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley's first face-off as challengers at WrestleMania. What are we expecting out of that?
I actually like this has spilled onto social media. Some very some very person like and I mean personal, like some very not scripted stuff is has been said back in like it's appearing that Jade Cargill is rubbing the entire women's locker room the wrong way. And people are like, yo, like she's had this issue in AEW, like that's why they got rid of her and so on and so forth. Um, it's just not I'm not gonna say that's true or not, but it's something about Jay Cargill that they are just that the rest of the people are just like not rocking with for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I'm not
yeah,
understanding it. Like she like is could it be like she's like quote unquote too green in the ring? I guess I but like
I mean,
that
I think
comes
a
with
lot of that. I mean, a lot of that's been. I think we're over that point now. I mean,
I think we're over that point. Like it's again I don't know. Like I think what the face off is I think with that initial face off, like you rarely see quote unquote like blows, like
yeah.
see it coming to blows. Like they gonna how they look. They gonna say they look
I mean,
too soon.
I mean, they got 5 weeks to build this up. So
Right?
I
You
mean,
got five.
I
You got
also wouldn't
five
be,
weeks
and
to
also
build.
I also wouldn't be surprised if they have some kind of crazy blow up and they have to be separated either.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that either. Like they do like a female version, like of the locker room spilling out, like to
Yeah,
separate the two of them type shit. Like yeah,
yeah.
um, yeah. I'm just at yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just expecting them to come out say they look 2 cent. Jay gonna hold the championship over her head because like hey, it's mine. It's not yours, and I don't plan on like losing it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo, woo.
From there, the number one contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championships is currently being held by the MFTs. I've been looking on the internet to see if I can confirm who has these or who's going to be in this match, but they haven't announced it. Um, just looking at it, speculation. I would love for the Street Profits to come back and get this, but I don't know what their status is. I don't necessarily want to see as much as I love the Wyatt Six, I don't want to see them go feud with the MFTs anymore. I'm just tired of it. So Sokoa and his posse, and the Wyatt Six. We've seen it for a year. It feels like it hasn't really gone anywhere. Um, but I don't really know who else deserves to have a title shot on SmackDown with the tag team titles, the groups they have. I mean, they don't have DIY anymore because obviously
They ain't got
Tommaso
the
Ciampa is
yeah,
in
he's
AEW.
AEW. Shit.
Johnny Gargano is just kind of doing comedy gimmicks right now. There is what is Axiom, who I do like, but I mean, and then I don't know what happened to the Motor Machine Guns. They haven't been on TV in a while. I'm not exactly sure what's going to come out of this. I'm gonna go with Street Profits. I like them both. Street Profits, give it to them.
Hell, the Usos ain't even a tag no more, really.
Yeah, they are. They have the Raw titles.
And they just see that's the thing. I was like, they just got back together, and you already slap tags on. Like, come on, man.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even remember who had the titles before them. But so that's how
Um, I don't want to argue that argue is the wrong word. I didn't mean to use that. I don't want to say that. You ever feel like when it comes to a certain division that creative just completely neglects them?
Yeah, the entire tag team division for on the men's side on both brands has been just ever since Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn won those titles at Mania, what feels like 5 years ago, which is it's really only been 3 or so. They just feel like they're just in a rut.
I think that's where we're at with the tag division, especially the men's tag division. Like it's just I think it's just creative, like hope, like throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it
They
sticks.
my personal opinion is they should combine. I know they're never going to do this because the shows are on different networks, so to speak.
Now, yeah,
They
yeah.
want each one that wants to have their own tag team title, but they should combine those two titles. There's just not enough tag teams right now to justify having two titles because they just feel completely pointless.
But I also feel like that was kind of like the high point of WWE when they had the super shows and they did merge a couple titles because that was pretty cool to see all of them in one building and going crazy like that. But nonetheless I understand your point. Like, hey, it's two brands now, and it's been two brands for a while, and yeah, each brand needs their own representation type shit. Yeah.
Moving on from there, we got Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. They're going to be celebrating their title celebration. I imagine there will be all sorts of shenanigans afoot with Kabuki Warriors getting involved. I imagine Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair will get involved. I imagine Bayley and Lionel Valkyria will also get involved. As Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, congratulations to them. They won the title off of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky last Friday, and they'll probably keep it until Mania. And I think there's going to be a multi-team match at Mania, and it'll probably be set up during this title celebration, as we just have a bunch of teams just all interrupt this title celebration. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly seeing it's the cliche, we're gonna celebrate and then some teams come out and be like, well, we want next. Yeah. No, we want next. No, we want next. And then those teams fight it out to determine who fights them.
100%. And then the final, what will be the main event on Friday, one more match. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, undisputed WWE Championship. This comes on the heels of Nick Aldis. Basically, it was like, you keep ruining our shows and keep ruining our lives. Drew McIntyre, you're going to go up against Cody. This is for the winner takes all. One more match. Will we get a winner, or will this end in shenanigans?
Probably the latter.
Do you see a scenario where Cody Rhodes wins this title off of Drew? Clean.
No. I see a scenario where Nick Aldis brushes off the boots.
No way.
Yes way.
There's no way.
I am a part of that crowd where I think Nick Aldis says, you know what? You want something done, do it yourself. He may not, and it may not even be for the title. He just might just go in and say, hey, I'm sick of you doing whatever you want to do because you feel like you can do it. Me personally, I'm surprised it hasn't come to that already. I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too. I kind of thought, because I know he was dealing with some injuries, but Nick Aldis was like an absolute machine.
Tank of a human being. TNA.
TNA. Yeah. I actually thought at one point they may do Nick Aldis versus Adam Pearce at one point, because let's not pretend like Adam Pearce can't go in the ring too. That dude can absolutely bring it with the best of them. But with this particular match, yeah, I think I've been saying this all along. I think Jacob Fatu gets involved. He gets involved. He ends up costing.
What's his injury? What was it like? Is he injured, or did he just
he got attacked, right? And then they couldn't really figure out who it was, and so it was kind of like this mystery thing. It probably ends up coming that it was Drew McIntyre. But I think Jacob Fatu gets involved. I think this ends up becoming a fatal four-way at Mania between Cody Rhodes, Fatu, McIntyre, and Orton. And I would I get way out there, but we're predicting. I think Orton wins the title. I think you give him that moment at Mania, and I think he wins the title here.
If Orton,
at Mania, obviously at Mania, but I do not think this title will change on Friday. Period.
No, I don't either.
No way.
Because again, I think that's another one of those situations hey Cody, since you've been back, we've kind of rode your coattails for a good while now. Hey, go kick it with the wife and kid, man. Go take a break. Disappear for a few. Entertaining your fatal four-way idea for just a second, and Randy Orton winning it, I wholeheartedly can see them slapping them up on Jacob Fatu as well. And yeah,
I've read stuff on the internet that people like that Jacob Fatu has made. he's too green in the ring. Is people, but he's been.
Which I don't understand. Like
I mean, he's been doing this
I don't
forever, right?
understand. That's the part that irks me. Like, how, as a wrestling fan, can you say XYZ is so green in the ring when they've been literally wrestling longer than
Most of the people have been
most of
alive,
us
yeah.
been alive?
But I think the other thing is like if Jacob Fatu, like, there's no doubt he's going to be a main eventer at some point.
Like,
We're all going to be dead someday. Why wait forever to pull triggers on stuff?
I
If you think he's going to be the guy, do it. Go for it.
Like, I love the fact that when John Cena issued an open challenge and Kevin Owens came out, it's NXT champ versus WWE champ, and he beat him. And the first thing Kevin Owens says is, "Hey, I may be a rookie here, but I've been doing this for 15 years." And the crowd loved that. And these fans got to get out their head, like, hey, just because they a rookie or they're new-ish in WWE doesn't mean they have zero wrestling background. They're not just plucking these guys
like
off the street.
I mean, if you made it to WWE, you've probably been big time somewhere else for a while. Yeah, so
like, it's insane how they treat how some of the fans just like justify their reasonings for some people not getting the push.
But yeah, this has been the first edition of This Week in WWE 03-05-26 edition. During the offseason, I guess, in the National Football League, we will continue to do this every week and just check in on stuff going on. This has been On Point Wrestling Entertainment. And TJ, continue to have yourself a fantastic birthday. You got plans for what you got going on for the birthday?
No, like today, today mostly I'm just gonna, kick it at home. Still during the week. A lot of people who I want to see still got to work, and they got to work tomorrow. So Saturday, I'm meeting up with some of the fam at a cigar lounge in Aurora, and we just gonna, kick it there for a few hours, and then that's that. Cheers to 32.
Yeah, cheers to 32, brother. Happy birthday. Also,
you was 32 what, 10 years ago?
5 years ago, and like
five, my bad.
200 and some days.
Yeah,
6 years ago.
So y'all gotta forgive me. David was 8 years old and had a full beard.
Also, I know I mentioned this in the group chat. Man, I don't know if you're a Resident Evil fan or not, but man, Resident Evil.
No, I saw that. You have been playing Resident Evil for.
Man, Resident Evil Requiem is fucking incredible. I have not beaten it. So me and my sister play it together. I can only really play when she's available. So we're kind of, I've been playing 20 hours already since I got it.
Why is it that kind of game, or do they
no, it's just like so my sister, I don't know if I tell many people about this. My sister's got muscular dystrophy, so she has like trouble, so she's losing some of her motion and like mobility and stuff. So like I video chat with my sister, and we kind of talk about the video game, and I kind of play as we go through it, because she can't really do the fight.
She can't. Stuff. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So, and it's the way me and her stay bonded. My sister's 3 years younger than me, it's just one of those things.
Well, enjoy it, man. Like that.
But
I've never really been into games like that.
Man, Resident Evil is so good. So I played every single game, and this may be my favorite one. Like the way they balanced like the action horror with the survival horror. I'm telling you, you should pick it up and play it, man. I'm telling you, it's fun. You'll have a good time, even if you don't know the stories.
Have you played The Last of Us?
No, I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh, you have. Oh, that's
Xbox, baby. Let's go.
I was gonna say,
I actually bought an Xbox X just for this game. Like I threw out $300.
Like this was your splurge. This was your
and TJ, I hate spending money. So
David hates spending money. David's TV went out, and he exhausted all resources to try to get this TV to work before he finally bit the bullet and bought a new TV. I'm just like, David, please get a new team.
But yeah, happy birthday, brother. This has been
Appreciate
Prime
you.
Sports World. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast if you like what we're doing here at Prime Sports World. We will be getting into UFL content. We also will talk a little bit more about free agency stuff in the NFL because, yeah, it's going to be popping next week. As we've already seen DJ Moore going to the Buffalo Bills. Just real quick, rapid reaction on that trade.
Everybody's like, why are we trading him? It's this thing called a cap casualty. Like, did Ryan Poles want to trade DJ Moore? No. But did he have to? Yes. He had to.
It's a position where we have plentiful depth. We basically had no choice. The fact that we got a second round pick, this is my opinion. I think this is a slam dunk trade for the Chicago Bears. That's just
my opinion. I would have pushed for at least one day 3 trade, a second and a fifth, a second and a sixth, like that kind of package. But yeah, to get a top 60 pick because it's literally right at 60. That's still that tells me like, hey, that's still a borderline first round pick. Depending on how the draft falls. I have no issue with it. Like it was
inevitable. It felt inevitable.
I don't expect Ryan Poles to be done. I expect Tremaine Edmonds to be dealt sometime next week too.
I agree with you on that. But yeah, we'll be back next week. TJ, what do we do here at the Prime, my friend?
We bring the heat and we place parlays.
No, I don't place parlays. You guys place parlays. But yeah, we'll see you guys all next week. Have a great weekend. This has been David Huffman, TJ Hopkins. Happy birthday, brother.
All right, my boy. Thank you.
Peace.